All right. It's Dave and Johnny Live. I'm Dave. He's Johnny.
We're back again.
Hi, Johnny.
How's it going?
Fine. How are you doing?
I'm exhausted.
Why?
Honest. A lot of training this week because I have my match this Sunday, so a lot of going to the gym twice a day kind of thing going on. So pretty tired. Just doing a lot of cardio now at this point, so losing a bit more weight for the show. Should be pretty good, I think. Should be all right. Dom Boulanger, I pretty much have his numbers, so should be another win for me. And it's a high-stakes match, which means you win the match, you choose what championship you want to wrestle for. So it's a big match.
Okay. So we're going to preview Worlds Collide here, the NXT versus NXT UK show. We're also going to talk about the NWA pay-per-view that's happening, Hard Times, is going down tonight. Before we get to that, though, Johnny, your match against Dom Boulanger, you were talking about, that's going down when?
Sunday at 2 p.m. at the Torture Chamber on Industrial, 4325 Industrial.
In Anjou, Quebec, Montreal.
No, Montreal North, actually.
Montreal North.
Yeah.
Okay.
Torture Chamber, 2 p.m. Tickets, $10. It's a pretty good price.
And more info on his things at North Genesis, Twitter, Genesis Johnny North. You see the stuff there on the screen. Follow him on the things for all the details and how to get tickets and how to go see Johnny on Sunday. High stakes match.
Well, because the show is called January Jackpot, right? So all the matches in the first half of the show are high stakes matches. So the winners of all those matches get title shots at whoever they choose to wrestle, whatever champion.
Okay.
So I'm liking my chances.
If you win, who are you going to challenge?
Well, that's a very interesting question. Because my partner is wrestling for the British Commonwealth Championship, correct?
You tell me. I don't know. What do you mean,
well,
correct? Why are you looking at me like, correct? Isn't that right? I'm like, I don't know. You're in this promotion. I'm not. What do I know?
He's wrestling Drew Onyx.
Who is your partner?
Bjork? You talked about last night. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, that Viking guy.
Yeah.
And now his manager is your manager. You have
Correct.
a lady manager. Yeah, Johnny North has a wrestling manager, and it's not me. It's some lady.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys were talking about that, like how you guys should be my managers. Like, I already have one. Like, I have like a faction, pretty much.
Well, because me, AJ, and Fred will be way better managers altogether than any kind of manager you could possibly have in wrestling.
It's good to have a crew, but
if it was Fred, AJ, and myself, it would be way, way better.
Yeah, but you guys are like a little too out of control at times.
Yeah, that's why you want us in your corner.
Well, you guys are too hard to handle, actually, I feel.
Oh, so you're saying that the wrestling business can't handle us because we're too scary and we're too real?
I think so. I think you're too much.
Wrestling business can't handle Ringside Report MMA. Is that what you're saying? The wrestling business cannot handle the Ringside Report MMA crew because we're too tough and we're too real and we're too out of control.
When you guys are just ringside, it's hard enough, just like you guys in the crowd.
Yeah. Can't handle us when we're in the crowd. Imagine if we were actually near the ring, causing real trouble.
Well, last show, you and Drew Onyx got into it, so I can only imagine what would happen again.
It's okay. Everybody's scared of me. Everybody's scared of AJ. Everybody's scared of Fred. That's fine.
Well, maybe not so much Fred, because Fred hasn't done anything bad yet, but AJ's talked to a lot of people, as you know.
That's right. You should be scared. You should be scared of Fred.
Well, once Fred shows up, sure.
Yeah, well.
But everyone knows AJ, and some people know about you, so yeah, they're more scared of you, I think, than anything.
Me or AJ?
You.
Why me?
Because, I don't know, just because you're the head of the whole operation, so they're like...
That's right, I'm the Don.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, there's a bit of fear. That's not a bad thing.
When I say go, it means go. When
Right.
I give the green light, let's go.
But AJ's spent time talking to people, so I think...
AJ is public relations.
Yes, very good public
AJ does PR for the firm.
He almost knows everyone's name, so it's pretty good. And everyone knows his name, so he's doing a really good job.
That's right. AJ's on the chat right now saying I'm El Patron. He knows. AJ knows what's up. Boss time.
He's not Jimmy Tight Lips, that's for sure.
Who, AJ?
Yeah.
No.
I think that would be Fred, I think.
Yeah.
Fred would be Jimmy Tight Lips.
Don't mess with Fred. Don't mess with anybody on the crew. So the wrestling business is scared of us, and they won't allow us to be your managers. Is that's what I'm to understand?
Unfortunately.
That is nonsense. Come on, don't be scared.
But it's all right. Like, I got my crew, and there's gonna be more people there at the show this Sunday. So
Yeah, your crew that nobody's scared of.
no one's scared. We talking
Wouldn't you want a
about?
crew that people are scared of?
Well, I have a guy who's wrestling Drew Onyx. I mean, I'm okay with that. That's cool.
Well, people
he
apparently
beat Drew Onyx already 2 shows
yeah,
ago.
but they're not scared enough of him to bar him from wrestling like they've barred the Ringside Report MMA team. You could watch the show, by the way, on the channel right now. Watch the team that everybody's scared of. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. We did the show last night. We talked about what's next for Conor McGregor.
Well, hopefully AJ's there Sunday. The invitation is out there for AJ.
Oh, really? He's allowed to be in the crowd.
Again, he talks to people, so it's all right. You're allowed there too. Just we can't tell anyone about that.
What do you mean?
Because then people will be like, "Oh, that guy's there." All right, so then we'll have to make sure and watch out for that guy. Because you say things. You said some mean things before last time.
What about Drew Onyx?
Yeah,
Oh, Drew Onyx was scared. Drew Onyx doesn't want none.
it's all right. It's okay. Like, well, he fired back at you, right? And
Oh,
you
he
guys-
knew I was there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, well, that's it. Drew's lucky I was not closer to the ring.
you were very close to the ring.
I was
by
close to the
way.
ring, but, like, you know.
I don't know how much closer you can get, really. You were like Jericho Cruz close. Like, he
Yeah,
was
well,
very
out of
close.
respect for you, I didn't want to enter the ring because I let you handle your business on your own.
I appreciate
But
that.
I could have jumped in there and it would have, you would have won, John. All right? You lost that match. If I would have been involved and I would have been your manager, I could have helped you win and you would be the champion right now and it wouldn't be that Drew Onyx.
Hindsight, of course, that's this year, right? I mean, we think about it, of course, but what's done is done, and we move forward. That's it.
Hey, you're moving forward with not the top team as your manager.
What are you talking about? Like, again, my partner's going for the British Commonwealth Championship.
Is he gonna win?
Wait and see.
If Fred was going for the British Commonwealth Championship, he would win.
You think so?
100%. Fred's not showing up to lose.
Honestly, I think Fred would go for the Cruiserweight title.
No, Fred wants a heavyweight title.
Really?
Or AJ. Either way, those guys, they're taking it. To that tag titles, whatever.
See, tag titles, that's interesting.
We're not showing up to lose, okay?
Okay. Well, good. You shouldn't. You should never think that way.
It's
You
not
don't
the
want
job squad. It's the terror squad.
Yeah, I don't want the loser mentality. You got to wait for people.
You better win on Sunday.
Well, I've always been Don Boulanger, so of course I'm going to win, right?
You better beat Don Boulanger because, you always beat him.
Right.
But now if you lose to him, then you start to wonder, does Johnny North still have it?
Yeah, but that's it. I know people would think that way. That's why I have backup to make sure nothing stupid's going to happen.
You better win, John, because if you lose now to Don Boulanger, people are going to start to wonder. They're going to say, oh, Johnny North, maybe he's getting a little long in the tooth. Maybe you should hang up the boots because he can't hang with Don Boulanger anymore. So you better beat him, all right? You better win. Otherwise, next week at this time, we're going to have all sorts of questions about, is retirement around the corner, John? Is it time? Have you lost your smile? What's happening?
Have I lost my smile? That's a good one. Fantastic. It upsets me enough that in a bodybuilding competition, Dom beats me, so he's not going to beat me in a wrestling competition.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. That really hurts me. That destroys my ego quite a bit. So
They're already calling you Johnny Cerrone on the chat.
really?
Yep.
Well, that's AJ only, but yeah.
Johnny's going to go down in 40 seconds and then retire in shame afterwards.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's not going to happen.
It better not happen, John.
No. I'll bring the violence. Dom's in a lot of trouble. Like, I have backup. He doesn't.
The hopes of the Ringside Report universe rest on your shoulders here on Sunday. You better win.
I
Win
got,
one for Freddie.
I got broad shoulders. Don't worry. I can carry all you guys.
Win one for little AJ.
For little age. Yeah, compared to me, yeah, sure, he's little.
Little AJ DeLessio. Win one for little AJ.
Hopefully he's there. It'll be fun if he's there.
Royal Rumble, you're going to be here on Sunday. We're going to do a watch-along for the Rumble.
As long as I survive the match, yeah, sure.
You better survive the match, or instead of the Rumble, I will break your back and make you humble.
The Iron Sheik's already mad at Hogan. You don't need to get mad at me, too.
Iron Sheik stays mad at Hogan. The Iron Sheik was born mad at Hogan. Hulk Hogan, you are no good jabroni.
He wants his receipt.
I want my receipt. I buy replica title belt from your bitch shop. I no get receipt, Hulk Hogan. Give me receipt. Is that what he's talking about?
Well, no, he put him over, right? So he never got it back. He never paid him back.
He wants to beat him in a wrestling match?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if he can at this point, but that's what he wants. He wants some sort of payback.
Is this recent Sheik talk?
I think he tweeted that like the other day.
Yeah, but that's not really Sheik tweeting. That's like Sheik's guys.
Right. But it's what he wants out there.
Is it?
I think so.
I don't know if that's even true. All right, let's get to some things that are a little bit more important.
Sheik's not important anymore. Okay.
He's not.
He's fun, though.
You know what's more important than the Iron Sheik right now? Rhea Ripley. All right? Take that, Iron Sheik. I'm sure that really...
Oh, that kills him.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Ouch.
Yeah, more people right now in pro wrestling know who Rhea Ripley is than the Iron Sheik, so sorry.
I don't know about that, but okay.
Sheiky baby. I don't know, man. I mean, wrestling fans currently, people that watch the product today.
Okay, but I mean, wrestling fans as a whole, like... Because a lot of people stop watching wrestling. I think more people...
A lot of people stop watching wrestling and will never go back.
But they know who Sheik is, though, at least.
Yeah. People know the Sheik. He's not unknown. I'm just saying. Rhea Ripley's more relevant, and she's wrestling Toni Storm for the NXT Women's Championship at NXT versus NXT UK Worlds Collide. So it's going to be some NXT people versus NXT UK people. Imagine that.
Well, it's the whole show, is it not? Like,
worlds are colliding.
It's not when worlds collide, too. By the way. It's only worlds collide.
What?
They couldn't call it when worlds collide. I think that's trademarked.
Oh, what's when worlds collide? What's that?
That's a book.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Who reads books? I watch wrestling. I'm an idiot.
I'm doing a book review, by the way, on the 14th. So.
What do you mean?
Remember the 50 Shades of Grey? Remember that they did the...
Your favorite movie of all time?
Yeah. Like, remember they did, like, a book, but they do it through, like, the guy's point of view, Grey?
I was unaware of that.
Well, I said last year I was going to review the book, so that's what's happening. So we're only a couple weeks away from that.
Have you begun reading this book?
I got the book. I just got it, actually.
So in 2 weeks, on February 14th, no, a little more than 2 weeks, right? 3 weeks?
Roughly-ish.
3 weeks. It's 3 weeks from today. On February 14th, it's a Friday. Valentine's Day will be a Friday for Dave and Johnny Live.
Cool.
How romantic.
Thanks.
Yeah, it'll be weird. Don't get me anything.
No problem.
You're going to review the 50 Shades book?
Yeah.
That's going to be gross. I can't wait for that.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a long book, too. It's over 500 pages, so.
First 50 Shades review in this studio, too. That's going to be big.
Did we not do the last one here in this one? I thought we did. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I don't know if we were in here yet.
I think we were here, just not with the amazing setup that we have.
Not with the setup, maybe?
No.
I don't know.
We were in the room, though, I think.
Well, your 50 Shades reviews are famous and shocking every time. So, for the 4th year in a row here, a Valentine's Day special, Johnny North will review a 50 Shades thing. A book this time.
Yeah.
It's going to be gross. Rhea Ripley defending the NXT women's title against Toni Storm. It'll be Imperium, Walter, Fabian Eichner, Marcel Bartel, and Alexander Wolf versus the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Roderick Strong. Finn Balor will be wrestling Ilya Dragunov, the Russian guy from NXT UK. Angel Garza defending the Cruiserweight title in a fatal 4-way against Isaiah Swerve Scott, Jordan Devlin, and Travis Banks. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa back together, the DIY. They'll be taking on the team of Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, the Mustache Mountain. And on the pre-show, it'll be Mia Yim taking on Kay Lee Ray.
Is that for the NXT Women's UK Championship?
I don't think so. I think it's non-title.
And actually, it's only the UK Championship now, right? Because we don't call it women's anymore. They took all that away, right? Is that official yet?
Is it?
Apparently, like Rhea Ripley, it's only the NXT Championship they call it.
Cool. That's good. I've been with that for a while. Remember the whole thing I was saying how it's, it doesn't even make sense where they still called it the Raw Women's title and the SmackDown Women's title, but there is no men's SmackDown or Raw title. That's not what they're called. So why not just call it the Raw title and the SmackDown title? Like Becky Lynch is the Raw champion, right? So that makes a lot of sense. It gets a little confusing, I guess, because you say she's the NXT champion, but I guess it doesn't get confusing because it's like she's the NXT champion and he's the NXT champion. It makes sense. I think that makes a lot of sense. I like that. I like that whole way of thinking. I think it makes things more equal. I don't know why we have to say, like, this is the women's whatever. This is the women's division, the women's whatever. It's like, it's strange, this thing that we have in our society as a whole, where it's like the men's is kind of the regular, the normal thing, and then the women's is this other offshoot. You have the NBA, which is just the National Basketball Association, and then you have the WNBA, which is the Women's National Basketball Association. Like, it's not called the Men's National Basketball Association. Why do we have to make that distinction for women in sports? Why do we have to make that distinction for women in professional wrestling? Why does it have to be the NXT Women's Champion when the men's champion is called the NXT Champion? Why is he the only one that says, well, I'm the champion of all of NXT, and the NXT Women's Champion says, well, I'm the champion of the women in NXT? I don't think that's right, and I think that it is time to make those changes. I think it makes a lot of sense. Like the tag team championships that Asuka and Kairi Sane hold, they are the WWE Tag Team Championships because they're not brand specific. That already makes sense. And I think that it's time to drift away from differentiating women, with, saying it's a women's league, the women's division, the women's title, the women's whatever. I think we're over that. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. I don't think it ever made any kind of sense. That's always been a thing where I'm like, yeah, why is that? Why is the men's just kind of not called the men's if we call the women's the women's, So, yeah, I get it. I think it makes sense. Good for the WWE. I think they'll be slightly ahead of the curve on that.
Slightly. I like different names, though. Like you said, NXT champion, then you have another NXT champion. I think for new fans, that'd be kind of confusing, especially ones who see, like, intergender matches.
Well, yeah, but there's not that many intergender matches in NXT, if any, ever, right? And why is it confusing? When you see Rhea Ripley, her name is Rhea Ripley, you refer to her with female gender pronouns, her and she. It's clear that she is the women's champion. It's just like when you see Adam Cole, you don't have to say he's the men's champion because his name is Adam. He looks like a man and he wrestles men, right? So there's no reason to make that distinction. Oh, she's the women's champion. We don't say it for the men's champion. There's no reason to do it. It's not confusing. I don't know if maybe it's confusing for you, John, but I think most people could figure out that, oh, Rhea Ripley is the women's champion and Adam Cole is the men's champion. It's not that hard to figure out.
But then you watch Impact Wrestling.
So, yeah, Impact Wrestling, they have a Knockouts champion. Is it still called the Knockouts champion?
I believe so.
Or is it the women's champion? It's Taya Valkyrie, right?
She lost it, actually.
She did?
Recently, yeah.
Oh.
To Jordan Grace, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's good.
But, Tessa is still
Tessa is the men's champion in Impact Wrestling. She's the men's Impact champion, and Jordan Grace, I guess, is the women's Impact champion. So, yeah, sure. But people that watch Impact and people in wrestling know that, oh, she won the men's title. She won the title from a man. It's not confusing. It's not confusing.
Well, there it's different. As long as you understand that it's different there, where the men do wrestle women there, and it doesn't happen here in WWE. As long as you understand that, yeah, it's fine. But new fans might not get that.
Well, then they need an IQ test. I don't know. It's very easy to figure out. You don't have to call it a women's champion. When Becky Lynch is holding the title, it's obvious she's a female champion. When Seth Rollins is holding a title, it's obvious he's a male champion. He's shirtless, That should be the first giveaway. He's got a hairy chest and no breasts. I mean, obviously, he's a man. He looks like one anyways. I mean, sometimes you could have a hairy chest and no breasts and maybe not be a man, maybe be something else. Whatever you want to be called, that's totally up to you. But that's another subject for a different day. That's a whole other thing. We're talking about men and women here. We're not talking about other genders that are out there, because those aren't currently represented in the WWE. They are represented in AEW, though.
Well, slowly there might be intergender matches in AEW, so
yeah,
that'd be interesting to see if that happens.
You could have intergender tag team championships.
Well, apparently they might do 6-man tag team championships first, which makes more sense.
Yeah, trios title.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
We see a lot of those matches.
A lot of promotions have 6-man titles.
ROH does.
New Japan does.
Probably AAA.
They do.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 6-man tag matches, and we've talked about it, about WWE, how it might not be a bad idea for them to introduce it at some point. So many other promotions do it. WWE does so many 6-man tag matches. Tell me King Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and Bobby Roode wouldn't be good 6-man tag team champions.
As long as it's 6-man titles for all the brands, not just stuck to Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, like one set.
Yeah, that's fine. That
like
makes a
the
lot of
WWE
sense.
tag team titles.
That makes sense. But yet still, there's already enough titles in WWE as a whole. I don't think we need more titles.
Yeah, but I think it's a good idea just to make those 6-man matches that we see over and over again to main event these shows, to make them mean something, Because they mean nothing, but if you had a 6-man tag team title that you kind of defended on TV,
right?
Yeah,
but I say get rid of some titles first before you do that.
All right. Let's get to this Worlds Collide show. Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm. Who do you think takes it? I think Rhea retains. I mean, she just beat Shayna. I don't think there's any way that Toni Storm is going to take the title from her now, but I expect the match to be very good. I look forward to this one. This is really, I think, one that I'm looking forward to the most.
Well, if it was for the NXT UK, I would think it would be Toni Storm, but because it's for the NXT championship, and Toni Storm is barely ever on NXT, I think Rhea's going to win because she just started there. So it just makes sense. I mean, it's going to be a good match regardless. If anything, this just gives Rhea the win back because she lost the UK championship to Toni.
Right. But now the NXT UK Women's Champion Kaylee Ray, also on this card, she takes on Mia Yim. I think Kaylee Ray, in a non-title match, still winds up winning.
Well, the champ should win regardless if it's non-title. If you bury the champion in non-title matches, then what's the point of that?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I like Kaylee Ray. I like Toni Storm. I like Rhea Ripley. NXT UK and NXT have a very, very solid women's division. Rhea Ripley seems to be involved in some sort of feud with Bianca Belair, and there was like a whole thing on NXT this week, right?
Well, Shayna's also still in the mix as well.
Yeah, but it was a whole deal with Toni Storm and Io Shirai. They had a match, and then Bianca Belair shows up, attacks them both, and then Rhea Ripley shows up. She fights with Belair, and then Io drop-kicked Rhea and hit a moonsault on Rhea and Bianca, and then Toni hit a dive, and Toni stood tall in the middle of the ring of that segment. But, Rhea Ripley, she's still involved with stuff on NXT with like Bianca Belair and Io Shirai, who are two solid wrestlers. And I think Rhea's going to go on to have a good run here, feuding with both of them. I think Bianca and Io will both get a title match down the road. It might even be a triple threat at some point.
Well, not to say Tony's not a solid wrestler either.
No, she's very good, but I think right now she's sticking more with NXT UK. She's not really much in NXT. She's been in NXT past few weeks. She wrestled this week to hype up this Worlds Collide show, but she's mostly in NXT UK. I think she's going to, after this show, she's going to go back there. And wrestling in Japan, which she still does.
Well, there you go, yeah. It just makes more sense for her.
Yeah. Rhea Ripley is more like the WWE star right now, based in Florida. She's the NXT champion,
New champion, too. So.
Yeah, new champion. Just beat Shayna, who was one of the longest reigning champions they had in the whole company.
Right.
So, yeah, for sure. I think they're going to stick with Rhea Ripley for the time being. Should be a good match, though. I really think that one's going to be good. I think Finn Balor against Ilya Dragunov will be good. It should be a win for Finn. Finn in an elaborate squash of that guy, Joaquin. What's that guy's name? Joaquin Wilde? Finn beat that guy pretty good this week and was talking trash. I like this angry Finn Balor, this trash-talking Finn Balor. He was good on NXT. I think it'll be more of the same on this Worlds Collide show. I think he'll beat Ilya Dragunov. Dragunov will get more offense than Joaquin Wilde did on NXT, but not too much more. I don't think this match will be very long, maybe 10 minutes, and Finn should win quite easily.
Well, 10 minutes is still pretty good. I think the last time Finn was there was 3 to 5 minutes match? I think it was Jordan Devlin he wrestled.
Yeah, it might be something like that. I think it might be shorter.
Shorter?
No, wow. 3 to 5 minutes, shorter than 10 is what I'm saying.
Oh, really? No, I think it might give him a good 10 at least.
I don't know if they'll give him that long.
More competitive.
They're pushing Finn very hard right now.
Right, but I think they want to make this guy look pretty good. I think that guy eventually will face Walter, maybe.
Yeah? Dragunov? Maybe, yeah. I'm not really sure. I don't know the whole scene on NXT UK.
Well, I just look at who they're building. It's they're kind of building him quite a bit. If he's facing Finn, he's got to be decent.
Angel Garza, the Cruiserweight Champion, defending against Isaiah Swerve Scott, Jordan Devlin, and Travis Banks in a fatal four-way. I could see Isaiah Swerve Scott winning the title here.
Really? Wow. I don't think they changed the title too quick. Again, Angel Garza just recently won the championship. I don't think they take it away from him that quick.
I could see a title change here. They're doing a lot of title changes recently. I think they're shuffling things up, getting things set up for WrestleMania and the road to WrestleMania. And I could see a title change here just because they want to go in a different direction with the Cruiserweight division. I could see them going in Swerve Scott's direction because they seem like they want to push this guy. He's very talented. This would be a good time to put the Cruiserweight title on him. If you're going to do it, this would be a good spot to do it. He can do it without actually pinning Angel Garza, and then you could do a feud over the title and over that for a while after this. I think Isaiah Swerve Scott's going to win the Cruiserweight title.
That's a good point. I just feel that, again, he just recently won it. I don't think they'll change it. Though Garza is not that great of a character in terms of talking, so maybe, they've already lost faith in him, perhaps.
I see Leo Rush as a guy that they liked, but maybe they didn't like that much. They put the title on Angel Garza, and they're going to put it on Isaiah Swerve Scott. I think they see a lot of the same things they see in Leo Rush in Isaiah Swerve Scott. They just think he's a better version.
Well, it's
it's a lot of it is about look and about character and about wrestling style, And they have similar style, but Isaiah's just bigger.
I don't know as flamboyant as character, though.
No, but I think he's probably got a better attitude.
Okay. Well, that helps a lot, I'm sure.
Right?
Role models.
Well, you've heard a lot of stuff about Leo Rush, problems backstage, right?
Well, he's off the main roster for a reason, right? Disappears. It happened for a reason.
I could see them wanting to kind of transition the title away from Leo Rush to put it on Angel Garza to eventually put it on Isaiah Swerve Scott. It just seems like he's one of those guys, Isaiah Swerve Scott, that they are going to do big things with going forward. He's going to be a star for NXT. So give him the Cruiserweight title. DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa taking on Mustache Mountain. This will probably be match of the night.
Well, I mean, I think the main event too.
Yeah, but I think this will steal the show. And I don't think that DIY in their comeback match as a tag team is going to lose.
No, I don't think so. I mean, Mustache Mountain will put up a good fight, but
yeah,
they're not the star level of DIY.
No, but they're very good, and they're a great tag team. These are two great tag teams. I really think this will be the number one match. You think that the main event, the 8-man tag, is going to be better than this?
Well, the way that ended when Walter destroyed Adam Cole in that chop, I just think they're going to bring the violence in this match. From what it seems, that's just how they hyped it.
I think the match will be all right, but typically 8-man tags aren't great.
Okay, yeah, but
right?
Typically NXT, they kind of changed that a bit. Like, usual matches that aren't that great, but if it's NXT, it's usually better.
But this is DIY against Mustache Mountain. Like, this is a big tag team match.
Oh, it's going to be good, no question. But
we'll see what's match of the night when it's all said and done. I think it's going to be this DIY and Mustache Mountain match. We agree, though, that this will definitely be a win for the DIY. And it's finally time for the main event, Imperium against the Undisputed Era. Walter's group against Adam Cole's group. You know, Imperium is kind of the Undisputed Era of NXT UK. It's a big group. They have the heavyweight champion. And, of course, Adam Cole, the NXT champion, leading the Undisputed Era. Should be a good match. I think they use this to put NXT UK over, though. I think Imperium winds up winning.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same way. I'm just looking at who I picked. I think I picked more NXT than I picked NXT UK. But because you picked NXT UK, I'll go with NXT. I'll go with Undisputed Era. Just to be different.
Just to be different?
Yep, just go against you.
So you don't even agree with your own opinion? You just want to disagree with me so much that you're just going to say the opposite?
Well, to be fair, this is a very even match. I mean, both teams are super teams, so it really could go either way. But yeah, if you're going to pick UK, I'll pick NXT. That's the shifting factor, in my opinion.
Why? Because I picked them and you just want to pick against me, John.
Correct.
You're just a contrarian.
Well, you know, light and dark.
Why can't you just give me your honest opinion instead of, trying to be a dick?
I gave you my honest opinion, and then I'm like, well, but I'm going to go in this direction.
Terrible.
Hey, Wally's there. That's cool.
Hey, Wally's watching us live. What's up, Wally? He's asking about... so that's the Worlds Collide preview. That's it. Worlds Collide. I've got Imperium. I'll be right, and John will be wrong, because John's always wrong. AJ's always right. John's always wrong. And I'm usually somewhere in the middle. Wally wants to know about the 50 Shades book. Does the book actually use the words thumb up the butt? He thinks he's going to read the book too, so it can be like an international book club. He thinks that I should read the book and AJ should read the book too. That will not happen. I will not be reading this book. AJ can do whatever he wants, but I'm not reading this book.
And
Mad Dog Vachon sending us saying, wow, nice show. That is not Mad Dog Vachon. That is somebody else using that name because, of course, Mad Dog is no longer with us.
R.I.P. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
But, Wally, that's the second book, by the way. This is only the first movie. So the thumb up the butt incident happened in the elevator in the second movie. So you have to wait for the second book told through Gray's eyes. So that would be next year. So you have to wait for that.
Okay, cool.
I'm sure you're loving this.
I'm not.
3 weeks away.
I'm not loving it. Not at all. Okay, so we have NWA Hard Times. You watch NWA, I don't. So you're going to tell us about this and what's going on here. It will be a world television title tournament. Okay?
It already started a bit.
All right. Well, the first round apparently is taking place on this thing.
Well, like the qualifying match has already started. So.
Okay, well, here's the first round. Let's try and pick winners. I don't watch NWA and you do, and watch me be right in my picks and you'll be wrong, all right?
It's very possible.
Tim Storm taking on Ken Anderson.
I like Ken.
Anderson.
Well, we both had
Kennedy.
We both
That's
had
Mr. Kennedy. You remember that guy? He's still alive.
I met him. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I like him. Not as a wrestler, as a guy. I talked to him one time. I interviewed him. He was a good guy. Not a big fan of him in the ring, but whatever. He's wrestling Tim Storm. Who's Tim Storm? I don't know. Who's Tim Storm? Oh, this guy. Yeah. He's like old, right?
He used to be NWA champion.
He's 54. My goodness. Is he Tony Storm's dad? Is he Lance Storm's dad?
He's not even related to James Storm. James Storm was actually wrestling in this as well.
Too many Storms. Okay, so Tim Storm versus Ken Anderson. I'm going with Mr. Kennedy.
Well, because I've been watching the storylines, I think Tim Storm actually.
Yeah, I saw a promo he did. It was like real inspirational. He's like, I'm old, but I'm not too old, and I'm blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I think they're going to do this thing where he gets all the way to the finals and then loses kind of thing.
Okay, so Johnny's got Tim Storm. I'm going to say Tim Storm gets upset in the first round. Take that, Tim Storm. And then it'll be Matt Cross versus Ricky Starks.
Well, Ricky Starks is the guy they're really building. He's like their rookie. So.
Oh, this is M-Dog 20. Matt Cross.
Used to wrestle for Lucha Underground.
Right, I know him. So Ricky Starks, you think is going to win?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with him too. Zicky Dice versus Dan Moff. Who is Zicky Dice?
Very flamboyant. Super flamboyant. He's actually going to be here in Montreal next week.
Really?
Or not next week. He'll be, I think, in February. He's going to be for main event wrestling.
Outlandish Zicky Dice.
Flamboyant, eh?
Oh, I like him. I like him a lot. Is he going to win this?
I think he's going to win this far. Like, I don't know if
All
he's
right.
going to make it to the
I got
finals.
Zicky Dice, baby. Sounds like a disease. I got Zicky Dice. What's that mean? Oh, you don't want to know. The question mark taking on Trevor Murdoch. That is the Trevor Murdoch, former WWE Tag Team Champion.
It is.
Yeah.
But I'm going with question mark.
Okay.
He's super over. He's like one of the most over guys in NWA.
Yeah, he's like a masked man and no one knows who he is.
And he always does karate and then bam with the spike.
Right. He froze Damian Sandow.
You saw that when he like went back and forth?
I saw a clip of that, yeah. Well, I'm on the internet, you know. I'm on wrestling Twitter, so I see these things. I saw Damian Sandow like get paralyzed by that guy. I've seen that guy before, the question mark. I'm not totally unaware of NWA. I just don't watch it, you know?
Right. But yeah, you know the characters at least. So.
Yeah. I like the question mark. I think he's going to beat Trevor Murdoch too. Okay, so now we have the winner of Storm versus Anderson, which I have as Ken Anderson and you have as Tim Storm, versus the winner of Starks and Cross, which we both have as Matt Cross. Oh, no, we have Ricky Starks. Yeah, I got Ricky Starks too. So I got Ken Anderson versus Ricky Starks, and I'm going to go with Ricky Starks.
I think I had Tim Storm, right? Yeah, Tim Storm to go to the finals.
All right, so you got Tim Storm winning this one, and then it's the winner of Dice versus Moff, which we both have Zicky Dice versus question mark in the other semifinal. Who do you have there?
Question mark.
Question mark. So we have question mark. I have question mark. I think question mark's going to win too. So I have question mark versus Ricky Starks in the finals, and you have question mark versus Tim Storm in the finals for the NWA television title. And who do you have winning? Question mark?
Yeah.
I also have question mark winning. Question mark. Question mark.
It's going to get a huge reaction when he wins, I'm sure.
Okay, so we both have question mark winning this thing. I just have him in the finals with Ricky Starks, and you have him with Tim Storm.
I could see that happening, Ricky Starks. It's not impossible.
Watch me be right.
You could be.
Oh, the Rock and Roll Express are wrestling for some reason.
It's a three-way tag, I think.
Ricky Morton is 63 years of age. Robert Gibson is 61. Why is this happening, you ask? Because the NWA doesn't have many options. James Storm and Eli Drake will be teaming to take them on. And the Wild Cards, a tag team formed of Tom Latimer and Royce Isaacs. I don't know these guys.
Bram?
I know James Storm and Eli Drake.
Latimer was Bram.
Bram?
Remember Charlotte's ex?
Oh.
The guy who punched Ric Flair in the face?
Oh.
Getting that black eye?
Oh.
That guy.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
He used to be in the Ascension, and then they kicked him out of the Ascension.
Great look.
Yeah, so Tom Latimer, he's in this match. It's a triple threat tag team match for the NWA World Tag Team titles. And yes, the Rock and Roll Express are the NWA World Tag Team champions. The 60-year-old dudes are their tag team champions. I'm going to say they lose the titles to the unknown team of wild cards, Tom Latimer and Royce Isaacs.
Wow, okay. This is tough. I think they're going to retain, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because in these kind of matches, like a fluky kind of win can easily happen.
You don't want to give 63-year-old guys a long run with tag team titles in your promotion.
No, well, Ricky Morton just fought for the NWA Heavyweight Championship, so.
That's ridiculous.
Well, he's just coming off a big loss, so they're going to give him a big win back, I think.
Okay. Allison Kay taking on Thunder Rosa. This will be a one-on-one match. Allison Kay defending her NWA World Women's Championship. NWA didn't get the memo.
She used to be an Impact.
Allison Kay is the NWA champion defending against Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, I don't think they'll change that, but
whatever. Allison Kay will retain. I don't know much about Thunder Rosa.
She's great. She fought for Del Rio's Omega promotion.
Oh, right. I saw her fight. She was
Okay.
pretty good.
But yeah,
Wait, no. That's not the one I'm talking about. I saw another one who's a fighter. No, that's was it Sexy Star that fought?
she also, I think, fought as well.
Yeah, she won though. She looked really good.
Okay, yeah,
she's
lost.
awesome.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa lost.
Yeah,
though.
Thunder Rosa lost. Yeah, no bueno.
Well, she's very good though. But
Okay,
but I think she might get screwed over because there's this thing going on with Melina, and I think there's gonna be a lot of interference. And I think somehow in the end, Thunder Rosa is not gonna win the championship, unfortunately.
All right, so we both have Allison Kay. How about Aaron Stevens, a.k.a. Damian Sandow, a.k.a. Ms. Dow. Ms. Dow defending his NWA National Championship against Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner.
Yeah, this one kind of really came out of absolutely nowhere. Steiner just showed up, and suddenly he's challenging Damian Sandow, Aaron Stevens.
The big bad booty daddy is 57.
Yeah, he's not looking great so far. Like, he's looking kind of old, unfortunately.
Is Aaron Stevens going to beat Scott Steiner?
I think so. I would have never said that like 20 years ago, but now, yes.
Well, if you said it 20 years ago.
Scott Steiner was in the best shape of his life. Like, it was amazing, Scott Steiner.
Yeah, but Aaron Stevens was 17.
Well, there you go. Scott,
yeah.
Scott Steiner.
Yeah,
Like,
if you said 20 years ago, hey, this 17-year-old kid is going to beat this 37-year-old Jack to the Gills WCW 2000 Scott Steiner, yes, John, people would have been like, well, that's a little ridiculous. But now, Aaron Stevens is a 37-year-old man, and it makes a little bit more sense. 20 years makes a big difference. 20 years ago, if I told you that you were going to beat Scott Steiner in a match, you would have been like, whoa, that's ridiculous. I'm 15.
yeah, that would have been kind of rough.
Right?
But
today...
I would have loved it, actually, if he did that. If he
right.
booked that.
Yeah, but today it makes more sense.
Would it still happen, though? I doubt it, but...
Yeah, well, probably not for you, but for Damian Sandow, it might.
Third-degree belt in karate.
Is that real,
Aaron
though?
No, it's not real.
That's ridiculous. It's a funny gimmick.
I like the gi.
Yeah, whatever. I got him winning. And now the main event, Nick Aldis and Flip Gordon for the NWA title.
It is.
Nick Aldis is the champion, and Flip Gordon wrestles for Ring of Honor. It's an inter-promotional match.
Well, I think Aldis is going to win, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nick Aldis.
Should be a fun match, though, I think. That's a pretty good main event.
And this is tonight.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, GA. You have to pay for this thing?
I think it's on the Fight TV app, I think.
How much is this thing?
I want to say, well, it's going to be in Canadian, right? So maybe $39.99.
Whoa, what? Who's buying this? Who's buying this? I don't even see it on the Fight TV app. NWA Hard Times. Here we go.
There you go. Oh, there we go. $20.
$19.99 US, man.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like $35 Canadian. I'm not spending $35 for this thing. Nope. I don't even watch the free TV shows. Is there anything you'd spend 35? Would you spend $35 on this thing? Are you buying this?
The problem is SmackDown's on tonight, so it's like, well, let's just watch SmackDown instead.
Yeah, just watch SmackDown. It'll probably be better. And it'll be free.
I don't know if it'll be better, but I mean, it's entertaining. So I'll watch that.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Show's over.
Is it? No more comments?
No. Hi, Wally.
Hey, Wally.
Hey, Antoinette. Hey,
What's
Mad
up?
Dog. Hey, AJ. What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching. We did the preview for WWE NXT UK Worlds Collide. That is taking place on Saturday. We just finished the preview for NWA Hard Times, taking place tonight. And we will be doing a watch-along during the Royal Rumble coming up on Sunday. We'll be watching the Rumble with you. So check us out here on the YouTube channel. We're always here. Like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and go to ringsidereport.net. Ringsidereport.net is where you can find all the stuff that we do. We did a watch-along for UFC 246. We did Ringside Report Live last night talking about what's next for Conor McGregor, what's next for George St. Pierre. We just wrapped up Dave and Johnny Live. Wrestling Uncensored will be up on the channel tomorrow morning, and then on Sunday night during the Rumble, tune in for the live Rumble watch-along, ringsidereport.net. You go there on the front page. You're going to have all the links to all the videos, everything easily accessible at ringsidereport.net. Okay?
All right.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow for Wrestling Uncensored. Until then, I'm Dave. He's Johnny. This has been Dave and Johnny Live. Johnny, you better win on Sunday or you're out of the family.